Hey and hello my scrappy friends, and a big happy new year to you all. Hopefully so far 2021 has been good to you, and hopefully it continues to be. So my share today is for Scrap the Boys. It is for this fun mood board challenge, which I really love. I'm sure you can tell by looking at my layout that I was inspired by the colours. So what I've got here is a background that I had started on with absolutely no idea what I was going to do with it. I have the mink, and I have the toner ink, and I have stamps, and so I just kind of went a bit stamp crazy with some stamps in the background. The cardstock that I'm using is smooth white cardstock. It's actually from Colour Blast. It is mixed media cardstock, and oh my goodness, I love it. So this paper has not in any way been improved, has not had any treatment of any sort. So I am working on straight paper here, obviously, except for where that minking has been done. So I stamped all of that up in black ink, added some splatters as well, and then I have foiled that all in orange foil. And then I've pulled out some of my Lindy's in lots of different blues and teals and greens. The first colour I started with there was Mercy Bécoupe Mint. I'm not even going to attempt a French accent, but that is one of the flat colours. Then I'm not sure what order I've used the colours in. This may be either Blue Hawaiian Blue or Delphinium Turquoise, and if it's either of those, they are starburst, so they've got sparkle in them. And you can see I'm adding a ton of water here. I'm adding colour. I started with the mint and applied the most amount of colour of that colour, because I knew it was the lightest and I knew I wanted you to be able to see it. So that's where I started, and as the colours get bolder and darker, I do start to add less colour. This one is either of the other ones. It's either Delphinium Turquoise or Blue Hawaiian Blue. And you can see, so I've sprayed my page, and then I've added a few splatters. I think this is Blue Hawaiian Blue. And just using my paintbrush, adding more water, adding more splatters, and just trying to keep the colour on top of where that foiling is, but not going all the way to the edges, because like I said, I do want some of that mint to still be seen. Using my paintbrush, just tipping and turning the paper. I am so impressed with how well this cardstock held up. It's hardly even warped as well, and you can see I'm drying off between coats with my heat tool, which is not something that I do a lot of because I hate the way it warps my paper, just because it makes it hard to add my following layers, not for any other reason. And then this darkest colour that I'm going to add is, what colour is it? It is called Blue Hawaiian Blue. No, it's not. It's called Tweedledee Denim, and this is another flat colour. And you can see I'm only adding the smallest amount of this colour and moving that around with my finger with the water, just tipping the page. I think I came in with the paintbrush at one point. At this point, I have not decided on a photo that I'm going to use. I've got no idea what photo I'm going to use at all. I did know that it would have at least one of my boy children in it, but I had no idea which one at this stage. As it turns out, it's both of them. So you can see how dark that colour is when I add it in, and then I just mix it around a bit, and it does dilute and kind of blend in a little bit. And you can see that like the tiniest little drop of that makes so much colour. I've left in as much of this mixed media process as I can, because it is where most of I spent my time creating this layout. I'm just tipping that around. I'm going to come in a minute with the mint again. Here we go. I'm going to sprinkle that on just to see what it does. And I'm like, nope, I want more. So I put the lid back on and I'm just going to spritz it and tip it. And it just adds that bit more of a tealy turquoisey colour instead of like blue. And I really love how this background turns out. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait to get that toner ink out again and have a bit of a play. Super fun. So you can see I'm just adding more of that mint in. Adding, like you can see how much water I'm adding. I love how all these colours just mix and blend together. I'm going to dry this off with my heat tool again. So I've left this bit in because you can see along that bottom edge there where I'm just spraying now, it's got a really harsh line. So what I've done is I've spritzed it with water. The linters are fantastic because mostly once they're dry, they're dry. But if you leave the water sit for a little bit, it does kind of reactivate it enough that you can soften some lines up. And I'm really happy with how that came together. I wanted to add a bit more orange, so I pulled out Marigold Yellow Orange, and this is also a starburst. And I really I love this colour combination. It's so beautiful. It's not one I would have picked for myself, I don't think, which is, I've said it before and I'll probably say it another 100,000,000 times. This is one of the reasons I love being on, in particular, this design team, because Rachel often gives us challenges that are a little bit different or take me out of my comfort zone a little bit. Adding in some of the mint splatters as well. And then I add in some of the darker blue once some of the orange and blue have mixed together, which are not going to dry particularly nice, so I'm just cleaning those up as best I can. And then I think that's blue Hawaiian blue. I'm not sure though. But as it's going on, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is way too dark, oh my goodness. Okay, I've committed, I may as well. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, nope, I do not love it. So let's soak it up. Hopefully I can save it. And yes, I am happy with what I've ended up with here. I'm going to give you a close-up of that. I really love this background. Like, I seriously really love it. Yeah, another color. I need to work on another color combination. So I don't really know what happened here. I can't remember what I did, but I know it took me a little while to decide on what alphas to use for my title. But my title is Dirty Feet Are the Happiest Ones, and I've used some Doodlebug alpha stickers, and I've used the Heidi Swap Mink spray, and I've painted that onto all those letters and run that through the Mink. I've also, so the mint at the top and bottom is one little card that I have cut into, but that's also got some orange foiling on it. Behind my photo, I have got a couple of Mink papers. They're from a 6x6 Mink paper pad. The one in the back that looks like it's white is like that minty colour with orange foil. And then the one on top of that is white, and it's actually got flowers all over it. You just can't tell, but it's got blue foil. I've also added some cheesecloth behind my photo and that really bold orange washi tape. So I've added that to the top and the bottom and straight underneath the title. And my stitching looks like it is black, but it is just a dark navy. I've also added in the arrow, which is a Heidi Swap sticker, minkable sticker. And I've got that wood veneer piece, which looks like a big splat. And then that orange flare that says, oh boy, and that is a Cocoa Vanilla Studio one. And I'm just adding in my journaling. I can't remember exactly what it says, but something along the lines of the boys were so excited and happy when they came back in with black feet, me not so much. So I've pulled out some mint coloured sequins, and I started by, I was going to add one at a time, and then I kind of went, you know what, I'm going to sprinkle them. I'm going to have lots of sequins. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just sprinkling them, and for the most part they get stuck down where they land. And I do move some of them. I'm going to show you a little bit of the process, but you do not need to watch me stick down 100 million sequins. You can see me fussing with them a little bit here. So yeah, I'm going to just put a dab down, and then I use the end of my fine liner to pick the sequin up. Then I found some orange ones. I believe these are from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. And I'm just going to add, I think I add like 5 to the top and 5 to the bottom or something like that. Again, I kind of just drop them where I think I want them, and then I fuss with them a little bit. You can see me counting them. So then I'm going to go back through and stick those down, and here is a close-up. Make sure there's no loose sequins. Give you a close-up there. Make sure you head over to the Scrap the Boys blog to see all of the amazing inspiration by the other girls on the design team. It's so interesting, the inspiration we've all taken from the same mood board, and how we've interpreted it so differently. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe if you like what you see. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I really am. I do love sharing, and I know that things have been a bit strange and I haven't been sharing all that much, but I do really enjoy it. So as always, thank you ever so much for stopping by. A big welcome to any new subscribers. I hope that you have enjoyed, and I will be back again soon with another layout share. Thanks for stopping by.